Oh. I wasn't ready.
It's okay.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Don't Ask Questions podcast, where we do in fact ask questions.
But we also don't at the same time.
No, we would never.
Question everything.
Never.
Question everything, but don't ask questions.
Yeah.
For those galaxy brain people out there, they know what's up.
Exactly.
Tell us about your dream.
Oh,
get out of here. I want to know about Sarah's dream.
Well, I was gonna, because my thing related to the podcast, technically speaking, is I got a job where I do all the social media for a company for like 4 months. So
that job.
Yeah, and I got it because I was talking about how we're starting a podcast, so it was an exciting thing for me. Okay, Sarah, your dream, go.
Oh yeah, okay, you guys are all in my dream. Okay. And it kind of was in bits and pieces, so it's a little weird, but basically I was going home and somehow you guys were all already at my house, just chilling.
Yeah, as we do. We like to hang out there.
Yeah. And so I was going home and I was going home with Nikki, and Nikki and I were like walking on like a sidewalk, I guess, kind of thing to our house. We almost get run over by this like construction truck thing. And so obviously I go off at the guy driving the truck and I'm like fighting him as I'm walking down the street, and he gets out and he's coming after me, and I'm just having a really big argument with him because he almost ran us over with his truck. And then you guys are just kind of chilling in my house. And then I see you guys, and suddenly my house expands, kind of like a TARDIS Doctor Who situation, like it's bigger on the inside. I can understand. And it turns out that my entire house is now like this really messy boarding house for a bunch of people.
You didn't know that?
Those people do drugs.
I've been living there. Oh no, that's...
Oh, so you're a crack house now.
Kind of.
That's what you're describing.
I don't know what happened in my dream. So then we end up sabotaging this guy who's trying to sell drugs by taking apart this like cardboard thing that he has.
Take the money to feed his family. Why would you do that?
She's trying to live in her house.
I don't know.
Well, it's a trap house anywhere, apparently. So fine.
So then we end up like taking all his drugs away, and then he gets really mad, so we have to run. So I run, and then the area outside my house is now changed into what is like a intergalactic war zone.
That's what the construction guy was doing.
Yeah, I guess. Like he worked real hard while I was gone. And so now to escape my house and then come back to it, I end up passing a bunch of different kinds of aliens who all want to kill me. And I do come back, and somehow my house has now turned into this really luxurious like mansion. But only on the inside. Again, only on the inside. So really luxurious mansion, and I have to go find you guys again, and I can't. It's just really wild.
I also had a space dream recently.
What was your space dream?
Well, I kept jumping into like black voids as a way. I was also running away from people, and I was trying not to get caught, because if I got caught, I'd have to go back to somewhere, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I kind of like my life as like a space pirate.
Were you like a fugitive? Were you in jail?
No, it wasn't a fugitive. I wasn't doing anything illegal. I was just
running away.
I was running away from the group I was with. And I kept jumping into black voids, and then all of a sudden I was sort of like in Avatar: The Last Airbender, a show I haven't seen in years. And my dad was the guy, the Hitler of the show. That's the one.
Hitler guy?
Ozai, the Fire Lord.
Kind of like the Hitler of the show.
But he's not.
It's kind of a little bit, from what I remember. Oh. And then I had to kill someone, and then all of a sudden,
probably
Sarah,
me.
I was a Killua, and I was like, Killua?
You were our best boy.
I was best boy, but I was also fighting evil best boy. Like if it was Killua but evil, and I was just like, what a whack dream.
You were fighting yourself as Killua. Killua v. Killua. Love it. Love it.
Wild dreams.
I've lost trying to like get any meaning out of my
Interpret dreams.
dreams since Dream Joanna.
It's just so funny that like deep in your subconscious that I'm a monster to you. And it's not
You've
even
kidnapped me,
I'm just,
you've
like,
left me and stole my
distant.
car.
Like I'm crazy in your dreams. But I had a dream recently, and I think I told you this, but I didn't tell everyone else. It was Mariana. I don't remember what we were doing in the dream. I don't know what was happening, but I was sitting somewhere with Mariana, and I think we were eating or drinking something. And in my dream, she turns to me and she's like, "Your hair is disgusting and a mess. You have to chop it all off right now." And just turns back and eats her food. And I'm so hurt. I'm like,
That has the same energy as our roommate with your stew, Mariana.
It does, but it doesn't.
What
Yeah.
happened with the stew?
I made to make stew for my roommates, and last semester I made stew for my brother and his girlfriend and then one of our roommates who was there. And it was a pretty good stew. And I was like, it was one of the first stews I made, and I was like, I'm the best at making stew. And she's like piling on salt on her dish, and I was like, wow, it's not good enough for you. And she's like, it just needs more salt. And then the next day, we were teasing each other because that's like my relationship with everyone, constantly teasing. And then she comes out, had like what felt like nowhere, and just said that stew was disgusting. And she's like, that was a joke. And I was like, it didn't sound like one.
Because I think she was gonna say, I think delicious too was the word she was gonna
She was
go
going for delicious, but she said disgusting.
Oh my god.
Which makes it worse because it's like in her soul she knew.
Yeah. That's like
It
what
didn't
came
come
out. It
Yeah.
just like, she was subconsciously saying it was disgusting. I was like, I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've insulted my stew.
Honestly.
It's good stew. I enjoy her stew every time she makes it.
I make the best stew.
I've been
So what
eating
is it-
leftovers since I got here. I haven't cooked yet.
How have
Yeah,
you not cooked yet?
When have you
Well,
got there?
I came back from home on Tuesday.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
enough.
I thought you meant the entire like month.
No. Although I kind of technically have, because every time I come up, my parents load me up with food. And it's like those big containers, and I don't eat much, and I'm one person, so it takes like a while for me to get through things. And by the time I'm done with everything, I go back home, and then the cycle continues. But my parents thought I might be coming home this weekend. I'm not, because my prof just decided to put a midterm next week, so I can't do that. And so like my mom felt really bad about like not setting me up with anything. She's like, like, do you want me to cook you something, like, and whatnot? And I'm like, no, like, don't slave away from me. It's fine. I can feed myself. So I've just been eating like leftover takeout food since I got here, and it has been 5 days.
Can't have been good.
I mean, I'm here, so.
But
yeah, but
But
the
that
taste
doesn't mean
good.
it's
the
good food.
taste.
Oh,
It's
it
the
tasted
taste.
fine. Oh, it tasted fine. Actually, I can't remember what I have eaten now.
It's
I
just
cooked
How have I?
last
Wait.
night.
do you
And
pass
that's,
out
like-
every time you eat your food?
No.
You're just like,
But I also snack a lot. I have a lot of snacks here. But
you
today
wake
I
up,
like,
you're
to eat
nourished.
out, so I have to go grocery shopping or do with whatever I have here.
Go grocery. You have a car. Go
No,
grocery
That is
shopping.
true.
Just play what do I have in my fridge, and then
Yeah.
cook based on that. That's always
Yeah.
a fun game.
I can make
hate
love
that
with what's
game.
in my
It's my
fridge
least
now.
favorite game.
You always have so many veggies, Natasha.
I don't always have so many veggies. This semester I had a lot of veggies because I bought a lot thinking I'll cook more than I did, and then they all of like not I ate most of it, but a good chunk had to get thrown away. So I was sad about that today. But I'm bringing like fruits home. I have more fruits than I have veggies because I like buying fruits and I like having fruit, but I don't eat a lot of fruit.
I just like the way it looks.
Interesting.
It just makes you feel good that you bought it.
It brings the
Yeah.
room together.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm attempting to be healthy.
Exactly. That's it. But
I get that.
So
I get that. I just don't go grocery shopping.
And
so
that's an issue.
I
I've been meaning
feed
to talk
myself
to
from the energy of the universe.
you just photosynthesize.
yeah, this because I didn't go grocery shopping last weekend, so I wouldn't buy more vegetables for myself. That would go bad during the week, so that I was forced
That's
to
the
eat my
biggest thing.
veggies.
It's like I'm not a big eater, but I feel bad wasting food, and that's why I don't want to go until I'm at kind of like my limit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have food and then go and buy more food, and then like those peppers in the fridge go bad, and then I feel like I'm a horrible human being. And
I
so
get
the
that.
solution is to not go shopping and live off of what you have.
Yeah.
Or just cook really big meals and freeze them.
That's also true.
That's usually my
I was better
go-to.
about it last year. This year,
Or cook for people, and then you have to make big servings anyway. Every time I make stew, that stew is enough to technically feed like 8 people. They devour it.
It's so good.
They're just like,
Advertising her stew at this point.
yeah, so like hit me up if you want the recipes. I got them all written down on my notes.
And then we all periodically, while Mariana's making and prepping the stew, will come in and be like, "Hey, you need help?" And she's like, "No, I'm good." And then we'll just go back to in our room.
Yeah.
Or like one of us will keep her company, and that's how we.
For the most part, it's like one by one, you guys come out and go, "Do you need any help?" And I'm like, "No, it's just cutting things and putting them in this big pot and then waiting 2 hours." And then they'll come out one by one during the cooking. They'll be like, "It smells so good." I'm always out there just working on the kitchen table, so I'm like, I don't even know what you're on about.
Yeah, because like all of us will be in our rooms, and then like you'll start to smell it in your room, and then we'll have to go out and be like, "Oh, it smells nice." And then it's a way of thanking her for making the stew for us because it's really nice.
Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
I think it's part of it, yeah.
They're trying to be like, wow, it's good. Thanks. Like how Mariana doesn't pick
You
up.
don't say things. They're just like, "Oh, it smells so good." I'm like, "Yeah, it's stew."
Yeah, but it's like it's a way of
Obviously
being
it will.
like, "You did a good job, and we appreciate your work."
I do like cooking though. Cooking is so therapeutic.
Mm,
A nice break from work.
I like finding recipes. Cooking them is less exciting for me.
I just like cooking. I like chopping onions in front of Natasha, and then
Isn't it supposed to be that I like watching you chop onions? Isn't that the meme that we were going with?
But I like teasing you every time, and be just like, as my tears streaming down my face, just like, "You're enjoying this, aren't you?"
Oh my goodness.
This came out of nowhere. I did this. This is an unprompted
You know what you
attack
like.
on herself on my behalf.
I mean, the shoe fits, you know. I like. What do you want me to say?
Oh yes.
I cook a lot. It's a lot of Korean food too. It's like mostly Korean food.
It's good food.
Delicious food.
Pretty really good.
I try to cook vegetarian meals and other things that are interesting that I wouldn't normally make at home. So
I just make normal things.
I make my ethnic food. So I'm with you, Sarah. Like
I make food.
How I cook. Unless it's like mac and cheese or something like.
Unless it's pasta.
Do you cook mac and cheese?
Yeah.
What's the cooking part?
When you're heating it up in the water, it's pasta.
That's just preparing pasta. That's not really cooking.
So what's cooking in your books? Does it have to be sauteing or baking?
No, it's just like
Well, if someone makes like tomato
taking
mustard,
different ingredients and combining them, but not like
pasta.
preparing your own ingredients. Like if you chopped up your own cheese, put like a bit of cream in there.
Look, I'm not trying to call myself a gourmet when I make mac and cheese. I'm just living off of that
It's
student mac
cooking.
and cheese life. So don't worry, like you have dominance over cooking or whatever you're trying to assert.
It has like
Okay.
it
I
has
do
the
cook
energy
occasionally
of like
like
getting those
actual meals.
Pillsbury,
Mac and cheese cannot be one of them if you want. That's fine.
but it has the same energy of buying those Pillsbury cookies, like the pre-made ones, and putting them in the oven and saying I made
So are
cookies.
you not baking them?
No.
You
You're
didn't. You
warming
don't
them
bake
up.
when you put them in the oven.
Well,
You're
that's
telling
not
me the
baking, but
action of putting cookies in a hot oven is not baking them?
It is,
Preparing
but
them?
I mean, if you want to get down,
I do, because apparently you have a problem with cooking terminology being thrown around. Like Gordon Ramsay or
I
something.
didn't,
And
didn't
I'm
mean
like
for this
involved
to
in the
happen. I
sanctity of
just,
cooking. No, please. Like I'd love to know.
all I wanted to know was whether you made mac and cheese by hand or if you
No,
just
I didn't make mac and
ghee.
cheese by hand. Why would I do that?
I don't know, because it could be better.
Because it's good food. I agree.
I've never had mac and
Ever.
cheese. I should come out and say this now.
You never had mac and
never
cheese?
had mac and cheese?
No.
I don't
Well,
think she'd like it.
This is where this all comes from. This is
It's
why
me
you're
looking
giving
down my
me that.
nose at mac and
But
cheese
hold on.
as a meal.
So then I mean, what isn't a meal in my books? Like chips is a meal for me. Anyways. So let me pose you this question. If you're making spaghetti,
Expand on that, making spaghetti.
if you're preparing a spaghetti dish, but the
Like with
person
sauce
who's going
and
to
everything?
eat it, hold on. But the
Okay.
person who's going to eat it just likes buttered noodles. Some people just prefer that over, bolognese or Alfredo, whatever.
What's buttered
right?
noodles? Just
Noodles
putting
and butter.
butter and okay, interesting.
Some people eat like that, especially kids that eat like that, right? They just don't like the sauce. They just like it as is. Is that cooking?
Butter on noodles?
Yeah.
No,
What is it?
not a meal. Like, what is that?
Mariana's standards are just too high.
Because some people just don't like very seasoned things.
It just pop
I'm
some
not saying that's
tomato
all
paste on
spaghetti,
it. Like,
But like,
Some kids don't like tomato. Like
Yeah,
there are really picky
especially
eaters
kids
out there.
like that.
I mean, I myself am a picky eater, but I wouldn't claim any of my cheat things from like cooking. Like, I used to eat beans on toast as like a meal.
Is that cooking to you?
No.
Beans on toast? Okay.
I would toast bread and then I'd
It's very
warm
English.
up
It's
warm
very
up some
English,
baked
Sarah, I
beans
see.
and I just like be yum, a meal. But I
don't
wouldn't
know,
call
I
that
like
cooking.
What kind
Interesting,
of beans?
interesting.
Why are they
Baked
on toast?
beans. Baked beans
I-
and tomato sauce, like the Heinz baked beans.
Do you want
And
me
you
to
put it on
grab
toast.
a can? I can.
Do you
Okay.
need a
You put
demonstration?
And tomato sauce on toast.
Sarah,
No,
Sarah,
the beans
if I'm
come in the
putting it-
tomato sauce.
The beans come in the tomato sauce and you eat it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really
on
good.
toast. It's really good.
It's a very like typically English breakfast.
I've never heard of this in my life.
I'm gonna go
toast,
grab
I
a can.
love
I'll
it.
be right
Sarah,
back.
you were British. You made me British. Sarah, how could you?
I am British because I'm tight with Queenie, okay? This is a whole other situation.
You know a movie I want to watch now because we're talking about this?
What?
Did you say Ratatouille?
Ratatouille?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I want to watch Ratatouille.
Now whenever someone says Ratatouille, the song comes into my head.
Yeah, baked beans.
Oh my gosh, that's a thing.
Mhm.
Heinz.
And it's like in a
High source of
tomato
fiber.
sauce. Sure, I'm not sure that's why I eat it, but
Wow.
I'm gonna put this
Definitely.
there. I'll put them away after.
if you steal my beans,
Why
hands
would I
off my
want your beans?
Because you said
If
they
I
were
wanted-
good.
If I wanted to steal your beans, they'd be gone already. I'm just saying.
I'm watching you. I know how many beans I have. in My thing. Count them
How
all.
many beans? How many beans do you have?
Well, Give me the type. That?
Yeah.
Probably have like 3.
Yeah. You got it right.
She knows.
But the way you made it sounds like you counted the beans individually.
Oh. What can is that? Is that a 562?
Yeah.
But then that's only part of like a full English breakfast, right?
Yeah, you gotta get your bean, you get your bangers.
Sausage too. There's eggs.
Just.
Something else I'm forgetting.
Sausages.
Blood pudding.
Maybe.
Or black pudding, sorry. It's black pudding. It's big.
They have like a very hearty breakfast. Like traditionally a very, very hearty breakfast.
Yeah. Dogs too.
On toast.
So Ratatouille. I do want to watch that movie again.
Great movie.
We watched it last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a whole year ago.
We gotta watch it at least once a year.
I guess. We should have Ratatouille night.
Since it came out. I went to theaters to go see it when it came out.
Wow.
I haven't seen it since.
I had it on
So
that's like me and Coraline, but I didn't watch it because it spooks me.
Is it scary for you guys? I didn't find it.
Well, I watched it when I was however old, and then the movie theater had a power outage in the middle of it. So we all got kicked out in the middle of the movie, and then they brought us back in 10 minutes later, and I was like, what the fuck was is the mom fucking with us?
It got to you. No, I think I saw it when I was young too, and then it was just really creepy.
I don't know. Maybe I was like pushed to watch a lot of horror movies from a young age because that's what happened.
You just like horror movies, though.
Older siblings.
Well, I
for me at least, I don't know. Like I was pushed to watch a lot of horror movies at a young age, so like things like that didn't faze me.
I was pushed to watch like a lot of boys movies.
Like the concept was really good, and I really liked the movie. I just never found it like scary.
I found it creepy, but like I still really enjoyed it. Like I didn't not watch it because I found it.
It was creepy as a child because it's a disturbing concept.
I also watched it as a child because that's when it came out.
Like, I just like the things I do remember from it. You know what it is? It's more
eyes.
It's morphed between Coraline and that scene from Pan's Labyrinth, the only one that I've seen with this guy, which also really scared.
The guy with the eyes.
That guy's scary. That guy's
terrifying.
No, that guy's really freaky because she walks in the room and
he's just sitting there with the eyes on the table. And just
he has no like have you two seen Pan's Labyrinth? Great movie.
You've described this scene to me so many times.
It's a really good movie. Like it's just this one scene, and he's like there's like he eats kids or something.
He does eat kids.
He eats kids. So like his fingernails are bloody, and there's like body parts everywhere on this table, and she's supposed to be like really quiet because he can hear really well.
No, she's just not supposed to touch anything.
Or was that it? Okay.
Yeah, and like the little fairy or whatever was like reaching this really cobwebby hole to get this one thing, and she does that. And as soon as she does that, he wakes and he's like putting his eyes in, and he's like chasing.
Yeah, that's freaky. That movie was freaky. It's
a really
nice movie though. Like it's a really like.
So that and Coraline for me are like the same thing. I'm pretty sure the mom wants to eat the kid, right? Is that what she wants?
She wants its soul.
It's basically eating it, and then the eyes just like
the button eyes.
Yeah, because I was thinking, why don't I?
They have a doll brand that's popular, or it was popular a little bit after like.
Interesting, and none of the kids were like this.
Yes, and it looks just like that movie, and I'm like, how did you launch this brand after Coraline?
So I actually got like a Lollaloopsy doll, but they got so freaked out. That I'm like, Mom, we have to get rid of this doll. We had to get rid of it.
Burn it at the stake.
And then it just comes back. It's just like sitting on your bed.
Yeah, see, that was like I'm like, this doll is gonna kill me in my sleep. That's
No, I just remember in high school, you guys were telling us about that part of Pan's Labyrinth, and you would do the action where you put your hands over your eyes. And then once you did it to me in the hallway and I was walking with someone else and you guys did not care and you were like, wow, and you just did the hands over the icing and the person I was walking with was like, what?
You
What
think I
was
care
that?
who the hell you're walking with in the hall? If I see you, I'll do whatever I want to do.
I didn't care where I was in school. I was just saying whatever I wanted
You were so
and doing what.
disruptive.
Do you
They were
remember
like,
the time?
why are they doing that? Why are they making that noise and doing that action to you?
Yeah.
And it was just in passing. Like it was 2 seconds, but you guys were like, oh, it's Sarah. Like
I don't even think in the movie he makes a noise.
No, he
That's the
doesn't.
funniest thing too. We chose to do the tear
We
down.
chose to do that, and then we chose to make it go to the tune of Pony.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're hilarious. We're comedic geniuses.
But I'm telling you, in high school, if I saw any of you walking down the hallway, I didn't care who you were with, who you were trying to impress. Maybe if the teacher was nearby, but even then I didn't really care. I did whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was just,
Do you remember that time, Sarah? You were walking out of the classroom. I was walking down the hallway, and we just like hit so hard.
oh my gosh, I was walking up the stairs from like the basement and you were walking across the hallway, I think, and we did not see each other. And I was like, oh my God, I just totally body slammed someone. And then I saw it was you and both of us went, oh, thank God, it's just you. Because I was like, oh, what if I'm just bodied like a 9th grader and actually, oh my God.
They're bodying people in high school.
Oh.
And there's another time I was walking because I just don't pay attention in the hallway, so this is like a recurrence for me. And it so I was walking, and then there's like a really tall guy that it stopped, and I was just walking, and I was like looking like to my left, and I just slammed into his backpack because like my face into his backpack because he was so tall. But that's where my face was on him. I was like, this is like sad. I'm so
I just
short.
remember in the hallway,
5'6".
Anna falling all the time.
I never fell.
You were
Never
constantly
fell.
on the ground.
Never fell.
Like,
Never
you
fell
keep
once in my
walking,
life.
You trip over air.
Never happened. Never happened before.
KO.
No. And even if I did maybe trip over my feet occasionally, I never fell to the ground. I always just would stumble
know,
and
man.
just try to keep walking.
I remember one time I KO'd, but like this was like in grade 10 or something. I was walking up the stairs and I completely like my foot caught against the end of the stair and I like slid quite a bit, like right in front of the history room. And I'm obviously just like trying to get up and recollect myself, and I'm like, okay, no one noticed, it's fine.
That reminds me, in university, I was walking to hand in an assignment or something in my like faculty building, and I go in through the stairways, which is just like, it's all the way up on the 5th floor where I have to hand it in, and it's just like these little circular stairwell. And I'm like on the 2nd floor or something. I'm trying to walk up and I trip and I completely fall down like a full flight of stairs, like just sliding down. And I'm like, oh my God, did anyone see that? And then a couple professors come up from, I think they were like walking down the stairs, and I was just like giggling to myself. They did not notice or care. I was like, I can't believe that just happened.
Oh my goodness. I remember
See, like,
one time we went skating like with the school, and I was so proud because like, oh, didn't fall the entire time we were skating, and we were getting
I remember this.
School bus, and as I said that, I land on the snowy sidewalk, slip, and fall on my ass. So my entire ass is just wet.
You tempted fate. That's
Yeah,
just,
You jinxed
that's on
yourself.
you. That's just on you, Sarah.
That is. It's just so funny. The irony. Just.
yeah.
Yep.
It's really like the best times of falling. It's like it's better if nobody notices. I find like if I
The
fall,
best if everyone notices.
no, because then they ask if you're okay and they want to make sure that you're not hurt, and you're like, no, I'm fine. It's just embarrassing. The fact that you're watching me now.
I've
It's
never
the
gotten
worst.
embarrassed.
Do you guys remember that one gym class where we did track and field and we were doing hurdles, but it was like so muddy?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
And then
about.
like
Yeah.
half the girls that actually went like ended up just like sliding into the hurdle. Oh, do you remember the day we did rugby, Joanna?
And
We
in particular.
we ate like I think it was like a bag of
Oh my
chips for
God.
lunch. It was like the
I
hottest
wanted
day
to
of the
die
year.
so much.
It was the worst. That was the worst gym class.
Disgusting.
Because
No,
we're like, get lunch. Who does that? We're just gonna get a big family-sized pack of chips from the convenience store. I'm pretty sure it was Lay's original. Like I have it
No.
ingrained. It wasn't?
I didn't have original. I don't like
We
original
had
chips.
the same thing, didn't we?
I don't remember. But
Anyways,
Wait, you both got individual family packs of chips?
I don't remember. I thought we split the same one. But maybe,
I can't remember what we did exactly, but it ended up being just a lot of chips at lunch.
I feel like it
and
was
then gym right
Doritos.
after lunch.
Anyways, we ate chips exclusively for lunch, and then we had gym after. And she's like, "Run these laps. It's hot outside." And we just felt like dying. Like I've never felt like I wanted to just fall on the ground and never get up than that day. Physically.
I was
Emotionally
literally the
lots of
worst.
times. Physically that day. It was a bad idea. It was a very bad idea. Normally on the DL, like if I had whatever after, I'd be fine.
Mhm.
But that's what they mean when they say don't eat junk food if you want to exercise and whatnot and a rock and bod, because that's what happens.
I don't think that's what they mean.
Well,
but
they kind of mean that. So
well, I no, but
so
your heart's in the right place.
yeah. So that was that.
Mhm.
But I mean, I still pull stuff like that. I just don't have to go to gym anymore. You know.
Yeah.
You just
I
don't
miss-
have to feel the effects.
No.
I'm not saying I enjoy gym class because that'd be like a way overstatement, but I miss like the mandatory physical activity because there's some days where I'm just like sitting for so long and it'd be so nice just to like be forced to run around just for a little bit.
Yeah, why isn't there a gym class in university? They're just like, you go around, you have this gym.
Isn't it like if you take kin, I think you have like physical health classes, but I could be wrong because
I don't know.
I'm
It
not.
depends what
Different
you're
universities.
Yeah.
Like if you're going in for like police training or something, like yeah, you're gonna have to do physical things.
Yeah, but you don't go to university for that, so.
You can. It depends. You can go to college for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or you can get like a degree in criminology, which I think like helps a lot when you want to get hired. It's having a background in criminology as a police officer. From the people I know that plan on.
From the people I know too, like if you want to do police work or even like detective work, like criminology is your best background to go into that field, which obviously makes sense.
Yeah.
That
But-
tracks. I'm connecting the dots.
But
I
like
took a
mandatory physical fitness, like I don't know.
No, like it sucks.
you
Like
keep
it's not like a good time, but like
You have to stay
sometimes-
active.
Yeah. I wish somebody forced me to stay active.
I can be that person for you. I can just bust into your room. Give me your schedule. I'll bust into your room and you have an hour break. And I'll just be like, go run around the apartment for 5 minutes. Give me 20 burpees. I want you to run suicides. Go.
Like just walk more, I guess. But everything's
Yeah.
close to you, so it doesn't do much. See, for me, it's like.
I also don't go anywhere now
Mm.
because.
But
of
even like the
COVID.
grocery store, you just walk. You don't go to the grocery store because.
Not often. I like
No.
pack up like every month. and
Or
then
like
run
even
it.
if like I know you guys aren't coffee drinkers, but like every day or so, like go walk to get bubble tea or go walk to do this or go
Do
walk.
you
But
think
they're
I'm made of
spending
money?
money.
Yeah.
Every
Go
time I
walk to the
leave
bubble tea place, decide what you want to get next week, and walk back.
Every
Say
time
one
I leave
day.
the
Create a
apartment.
mission for yourself. Get a dog. You both have dogs. Bring a dog up.
You can't. No dogs in the
Um,
building.
Well, anyone can do anything if you're sneaky.
Guys, Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's
The
probably
only thing is like
We
for
used
me
to Pokemon Go.
for me every time I leave the apartment, I end up spending money, and I don't like that. This is
Just don't bring your car.
all
We'll
do that
go.
at home.
We'll play Pokemon Go at the park.
we can just go walk around the university and just reminisce.
I remember when I used to go inside these buildings.
No, it's so weird walking around uni now because it's just.
I haven't stepped foot on my university yet.
I have.
No, we'll go walk around.
Your university's big though.
Who's?
Yours.
Mine?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. But
Like it's like spread out.
It's
Mine's
like
like
T
pretty
shape.
condensed.
It's literally a T. So it's very long one way, and the other way it's shorter, but you have this like big hill you have to climb up. Sucks in the morning. It's the
I'm
worst
sure it
thing is you have a
sucks.
9 a.m. and you have to trudge up that hill, and you just. Ugh. But no, I went on campus because they were giving out free face masks with the emblem and everything too, and I was like, oh, I want that. I will take a picture for you and I'll send it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you put the strings in?
Okay, so basically here's the story is I was washing it in the washer and I got
You broke it. You broke it, didn't you?
No. So I was just dumb. So basically when we go, they give us 2 masks.
Mm-hmm.
And like so like my roommate had like a problem getting it or whatever. So I was like, okay, like I'll give you one's for me. So I took it home, and the way it came is the white strings were not like strung. So you were supposed to put it up against your face, like make it comfortable for yourself, and then tie the knot. So they were loose strings. But most of the time, even if they're like not tied, they're in some way connected on the inside, right? Like through some medium. But
just sewn on.
That's what I thought. That is not the case. So I put them in the washing machine, comes out, strings are out. They're gone. And I'm like, oh,
disappeared.
No. And then I somehow found 2 of them. I found 2 of them and I'm like, okay, this is obviously going to be for my roommate. So I left that for her, and then I couldn't find the other 2. And I was like, what am I supposed to do now? Right? I have to find like a substitute. So my dad, this had to be a year ago, a few years ago. I can't remember. He was at Costco. He makes a lot of impulse buys. And he saw this thing he had to get. It was basically like an Italian salami sausage, like yay big. Like it was a big one. Upon a wooden paddle, okay, tied down with strings. And he was like, oh, this is the work of art. I have to get this. So whatever, the sausage was actually not great, but like we got it for the it looks like a paddle. Like it looks like a
charcuterie board?
Yeah, no. Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of, but like thinner.
Okay.
And he kept it, and we just had it in the drawer with the strings on it. And so I was like, Dad, do
using those strings?
Do you need those strings? He's like, no. And so I took it. Anyways, it happened to be the 3 colors of the homeland. So I was like, oh, sweet, great. And
3 colors of a lot of homelands.
It was probably meant to represent Italy, but I took it in another.
Yeah, for Mexico.
Mexico is. There's a lot. Mexico, Hungary, Bulgaria, Italy,
Wales.
Ooh.
Wales.
You didn't say the colors. Just for listener reference, it's white, green, and red. Is the.
I feel like if you can't pull from context, Italy.
Yeah,
3 colors. Hungary, Mexico, Bulgaria. Like,
I'm just giving context.
There's a lot. People should come up with their own colors, but nothing is more than red, white, and blue.
People should come up with more colors.
Well, like they'll have.
I don't know, like more color combinations.
The colors have meanings.
Yeah, the colors have meanings. They're not just random colors.
I'm aware, but some of them are so lazy. Like some of them, it's blatant that you're copying another country.
The UK would never.
The UK would never. UK, you guys got it like down.
We're like, what's a flag? 3 flags.
But yeah, I think the most common triad is red, white, and blue. I feel like after that maybe is.
And I'm proud to be an American.
But it's not even just America. It's like Great Britain, Russia, all of those Eastern European countries. So Serbia, Slovenia, Slovakia, right? They're all got the same colors.
Australia, New Zealand.
Name a few. Australia, New Zealand?
I believe so.
Red, blue, and white is the most common.
I don't know what the second. It might be white, green, red.
I'm trying to look for a better source, but yes.
Is it white, green, red? That's second.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Because I'm literally like going through countries in my mind.
Let's make our own country flag. I think we should use yellow.
We're gonna start a religion and a country.
I'm not having no.
Yes. Well, then you're not invited. No visa for you.
No visa for you.
No visa.
No visa.
What color would you want? You want yellow?
I'm thinking yellow because I'm trying to think of flags with yellow.
This is a really cool website. Yellow has a lot.
There's a lot with yellow.
Yeah.
Purple? Royal.
Purple is
and engineering.
0.4%. And it's not really purple, it's more of like a blue.
All right, then we're going for a royal purple. I'm seeing splashes of
orange.
Silver. Not orange. That's disgusting, Sarah. Purple and orange.
You want purple, orange. Have you cut out yellow? No, you want yellow.
So yellow, purple, orange.
There's 7.8% of countries have yellow on their flag. So I found a really cool website that has like a color wheel of like the countries. It's like the distribution of like countries and colors. It's cool. I sent the link in the chat, and I'll probably link it in this video somehow for users to play around and see what color they could be.
Ooh.
But yes, it's a cool website, isn't it?
Are we all looking at
this is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I see how
it doesn't have like the most common color combinations, but it has like just the most common colors.
Oh, and it's like even like shades?
Yeah, they got all the different kinds of red in here.
Yeah. Like red accounts for a lot.
I mean, that makes sense. Not too surprised about that.
Oh, that's really fun to look at. We're gonna spend way too much time on that if we don't move on. Yeah, just staring at this the color wheel. But yeah, so
cool. You got all the.
Oh, that's so much fun.
Oh, I'm gonna need green.
Why?
For like a nice green.
So purple, green, yellow is the color scheme.
I'll make it. Don't worry. I've got a vision in my head.
Okay.
Do a rough
Let's
sketch
see what purple flag meaning is.
Purple's royalty usually.
Purple's royalty or engineering, because of the engineers in the Titanic who tried to give as much time. I had to learn this in my orientation. Yeah, they were like, why is purple the color of engineering? And I was like, I don't know. And they were like, for the Royal Engineers in the Army or something, and then the engineers in the Titanic who wore purple jumpsuits. I was like, okay, I guess.
What's that?
I'm still looking at the meanings of purple. So there's different things with different shades.
Because purple was a really hard dye to get back in the day.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Only like rich royal people could have purple clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand that, but like also light purple has a different meaning than dark purple. Like light purple is more like light-hearted, friendship.
Like lilac, right?
Yeah. And then there's like, and then if you look up the symbolism of purple, like you end up looking at the bisexual flag, which is like blue, and then pink, which is like masculine, feminine, and the mix of the two, which is the
purple.
Purple, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it says the legend is that engineers aboard the Titanic wore purple coveralls.
It's not a legend. It's history. They can look this up. It's not a
I
legend.
know. It's the legend.
This
This
is
is
make you guys mystical.
Years ago, people claimed to have seen engineers aboard the Titanic.
and then
purple.
yeah,
It's not
the
a
Royal
legend. They saw them.
the Royal Engineers in the British Army wore a purple armband.
According to legend.
According to lore.
It has been said.
Like, it's not legend if it's historically. Like, legend says that a tiny Frenchman tried to conquer Europe. It's like, no,
That happened.
actually that small. It's propaganda. Also, it's not legend. It happened. It's just so funny.
Here's a mess.
The propaganda that Napoleon was short, I think is so funny because it was just to make him like less intimidating. They're like, "Ha, that French short dude, he can't beat us."
I don't remember how
He's too
tall he
small.
actually was. He wasn't too tall, but he was like 5'8" or
8, I want to say.
Oh.
5'6".
5'8".
So
Well,
it's like,
people were shorter back then anyway.
1.68 meters.
he's not like a midget.
No.
No,
he's
which
like
is what they were going for.
5'7".
He's 5'6".
5'6". Represent.
Gotta remember those conversions.
No, I'm pretty sure you're 5'4", Joanna, and Natasha's 5'6". So
Hell,
calm down.
that was the most insulting thing ever. Because I'm like, just look at us. It was such a like just so rude to our faces because it's like clearly you've never seen us before. You not know me individually enough to obviously tell that we're different heights. I just like, are you just like throwing a dart and being like, oh, I guess she is 5'9" today? Like, what the hell?
For context, we were in gym class, and when we did fitness evaluations, we would have to get our height and weight measured. But the measuring system was obviously very flawed because you would shrink over time, or they would like tell you that you
I always stayed constant.
not the
so.
height you were.
I
No,
was
I
always-
shrank.
No, I was,
So for
I was
me-
constant.
In real life, I'm usually 5'4", but according to this app evaluation, I'm 5'6". So that's the evaluation that I constantly refer to.
And then
somebody asks me my height.
I did the same evaluation. In real life, I'm taller than Natasha, but it told me I was 5'4", I'm 5'6". And it just, I don't know, like, why it pissed me off so much, because there's nothing wrong with being 5'4". Like, that's fine. Like, I'm not, like, sensitive about my height or whatever, but it's like, how do you mess up this badly? Like, just put us beside each other and just look. It's very clear that one of us is taller than the other.
So thanks for listening, guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode.
I doubt
there's a
you
lot
did. There's a lot, too much inside jokes.
Yeah. But as you keep listening, we'll probably reference these again, so it gives you a lot of context to our inside jokes for future
We only
reference.
have 5 jokes, so
Yeah, we just keep reusing them. Okay, so
they're hilarious.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay, just don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Just don't worry about it.